Time to rock and roll. Hello, everybody. I'm Kelsey. This right there, that creature is Kevin.
Creature.
Abnormal Alabama, and we're going to share this. We've got it on streaming Abnormal Alabama on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm sure Kevin will be sharing this stream elsewhere as well as others. So feel free to make this go viral. We need something viral beside a virus. So we're going to start out with a little bit of news. Tuesday night, Kevin presented to us a theory. Well, he talked about what was the name of the monster? Chessie?
Yeah, Chessie, the Chesapeake Bay Monster.
Chesapeake Bay Monster. And
yeah.
And anyway, in the midst of that, he all of a sudden says, well, they're after the Kennedys. And they had found, the one Kennedy, I guess the granddaughter of RFK, Robert Kennedy. Is that correct?
Yeah, Robert Kennedy.
Yeah. And the great grandson both came up missing in a spot of water that they really shouldn't have. Normally, you wouldn't think come up missing. So I'm going to let Kevin introduce that. Please, as we get started here, myhauntedDolls.com is Kevin's website. He's a very prolific writer, and he's got all these books and stories. He does audio, he does Kindle, he's got paperback. If you order a paperback from him, he will autograph it. Also, he does little podcast things of interesting little stories. He's a avid, I know you can't tell by the name of his website, myhauntedDolls.com. He's an avid collector of haunted dolls. So follow him, bookmark his website, and go over to YouTube. Look and see how many subscribers you got real quick.
All right. I will do that right here. I'm just finishing up sharing our thing here.
Get it shared.
Now, let's see how many subscribers I have since Tuesday night. Oh, that's the grocery app. That's not going to show me. The grocery app and the YouTube app look kind of similar.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
it went up to 985, so I need 15 subscribers.
We got one since Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go over there, subscribe to myhauntedDolls.com. Go over to my YouTube channel, Abnormal Alabama, subscribe there as well. We will love you for the rest of your life because we're going to outlive you. So, anyway, Abnormal Alabama, and share this right here. We're going to do some really neat. We did this Tuesday night. It went over real good. We got a lot of popular feedback from remote viewing. And you see over, where is it? My shoulder right here. Get it right. Remote viewing. And we're going to do that. But before we do, I was asked to hold on a second before we get started real heavy because somebody's sharing some invites out there. So we're going to do some remote viewing for most of this time. We got started with that last week. I think we spent about an hour doing it. It was exciting. It was fun, and everybody enjoyed it. So hang in there. We're going to talk about remote viewing, and then you are going to do some remote viewing. Not you, Kevin. Well, you are too, but everybody listening, you'll join us, and you're going to do some remote viewing, and we're going to talk to you about what you're going to do. And some of you have experienced it already. Some of you know what it is. Some don't. So I'll give a brief introduction on that. Until then, we've had a news update. Breaking news here at Abnormal Alabama. Robert Kennedy's granddaughter and great grandson came up missing in a pool of water at Chesapeake Bay. And Kevin has an interesting thought regarding all that. As of Tuesday night, he expressed that thought, and they had only found the remains of the mother of the little child. And now, as of I forget whether it was yesterday, today, or whatever, they found the little great grandson. So I'm going to turn it over to Kevin and let him update us with the latest news on Chesapeake Bay, Chessie, the monster, and the Kennedy family. They're at it again, folks.
All right, I'm gonna do a little shameless plug too. I'm gonna hold up The Legends of Indian Narrows, Ghostly Childhood Memoirs. This is a book about the ghost stories that I grew up with in my old neighborhood, Indian Meadows in West Jefferson County. This includes the story of the house I grew up in, which had a lot of paranormal activity in it. It was a lot of strange events, and the whole neighborhood had ghost stories abounding, and even the woods and area outside. So be sure to check that out. It's also on audiobook, narrated by yours truly. So you can get it there on iTunes or or Amazon or Audible, or if you just want the paperback, you can get it.
I like the cover of that book.
Yeah, it looks just like the woods behind my house there.
Yeah.
I like that picture, and
well,
that purple tint gives it a spooky look.
Oh, by the way, I guess all of his books you can either find on his website or they're at Amazon.com. And some of my books are at Amazon, some are at Lulu.com, Lulu.com. Just Google or not search my name within those sites, Dr. Kelsey Graham, and they should pop right up. And all right, Kevin, talk to us about your theory, please.
Okay. All right, then. So I talked Tuesday about the Chesapeake Bay monster. That is America's version of Nessie, but we call her or him Chessie, a serpent-like creature that's been said to roam the waters of the Chesapeake Bay up in Maryland near Baltimore. I've driven over that bay myself. It's a beautiful place. I've had my picture taken there. I didn't see a monster, but as you're going over that bridge, looking down at all that water, you wonder what's lurking down there in those depths. I'm not sure how deep the bay is, but for many years, since at least the 70s, people have talked about sightings of a serpent-like creature swimming through the bay there. I've never seen any photos or video footage taken of it, or there. Well, let me backtrack. We did have some video on the man who caught what he thinks was the creature from the early 1980s. That looks like some kind of dark, long figure, if you will, swimming through the water. Some might say, well, it just looks like breaks in the water from maybe a boat that passed by, but this is very dark looking and very long and kind of a lump to it that looks like it's just swimming through the water. So there is that video, but other than that, not a lot of footage has been caught of it. I've not been able to find any stories about attacks. That doesn't mean there haven't been any, but just none that have been reported. But people have reported sightings, and it kind of becomes sort of a environmental figure for the area, because they've used it as a reason for people to take care of the environment. They promoted, in fact, they passed a law protecting Chessie in that area, so nobody can hunt it or kill it. And that's helped with their environmental tactics up there to help keep the bay clean and the area clean over the years. In recent years, I've heard there's been a little bit of pollution up there. When I visited a few years ago, there was a little bit of pollution going on from sewage leaks, I believe. So, but they were trying to get that cleaned up. But anyway, I'm getting off the point. The Chessie creature. Now, we heard a week ago yesterday that the granddaughter, Maeva Kennedy McKean, and her son had disappeared in the bay. They had last been seen getting in a canoe and paddling out to find a ball that had accidentally been kicked out into the water. They had been playing a little kickball on the shore there, and they were self-quarantining due to the coronavirus issues like a lot of us are. But they had gone outside to get some air and play around, and I guess the ball accidentally got kicked out by one of the kids into the water. So these Kennedys had grown up there in that bay area. They know the water. They know safety precautions, but somehow Miss McKean and her son could not make it back to shore in that canoe. They kept getting swept out in the water. Witness had spotted their canoe later on floating in the middle of the bay and called the police, but by the time help got to the scene, they couldn't even find the canoe. We found out Monday that Maeva Kennedy's body was found in the water not far from where they disappeared. And this is an area they had done scuba diving, the sonar searching, everything, couldn't find any trace of these two bodies. And all of a sudden, she pops up in an area that they had been looking. They did report yesterday, the coroner, started to say corona. That's all in everybody's mind right now. The coroner determined that the cause of death was drowning, but he didn't say what condition the body was in. They never reported that and probably never will. And then we find out, that was Monday they found her. Yesterday, they found the body of the little boy finally, and he was about a couple of 1,000 feet from where his mother was found. And so he mysteriously popped up. Why they didn't find these bodies to begin with, we don't know. But the theory is that some sort of undercurrent caught them, the wind caught them, all this and all that. You know, all these scientific explanations they're trying to find, but it's very strange. And I threw out a little theory. I said a lot of the cryptid community is probably going to start talking about, I wonder if Chessie was behind this. Maybe she dragged them off into the bay, took them for a ride. Apparently, the cause of death has been ruled drowning for both parts, or at least for the mother. The son, they haven't posted yet, but I'm sure that's what they're going to post. But it is kind of strange that this family grew up on this bay. They know this bay. They've probably paddled all over this bay in all kinds of weather. And yet somehow, mysteriously, they go out in this canoe a week ago and they couldn't get back on shore. I'm sorry. I've seen this bay. I don't, there were not a lot of, and this was a cloudy, windy day I was out there, and there were no waves on the bay. The water wasn't wild. And undertow, that's kind of a large leap to take as an explanation. So I would love to, we'll probably never know, but I'd like to know, what really happened. And we'll never know if something else happened to them. They're not going to say, they're not going to tell us that, the powers that be in the media. So, but, I wonder, what actually went on in that water and what caused them to not get back and suddenly disappear for days, and their bodies show up in places that had already been searched and nothing was found. This is very strange. But did Chessie have something to do with it? I don't know. There's probably a lot of people out there to get mad and say shouldn't be using that to promote paranormal and la la la. And I'm not trying to. I'm sorry that this tragedy happened. I feel sorry for the family, but it's strange. It's very strange. I've got a weird feeling about it.
Yeah, I feel a book coming on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is very interesting, and Chesapeake Bay has got quite a history. I just posted on the YouTube here the link to a video about the subject he's talking about. I couldn't find any videos of the monster, but there's a nice video about somebody that put together talking about this subject. So it's an interesting theory. Who knows? Got no idea. And it's just like Kennedy, JFK's assassination. Never know. The theory is abound. And there you go. All right, folks.
More than one person.
Yeah, really. Well, I have been to Dallas more than once. I've been at the book depository. I've stood at the window where the shooting was alleged to have taken place. I have questions. The way the Kennedy vehicle came in front of that window, the window was here, and you look down, and the limousine was coming straight toward the window. You had a direct shot, and it turned, which would have been to their left and to the right if you were in the window, and he waited till it got way down here before he shot. When there was a direct shot right here. I don't know. It don't make any sense to me. If I was out, it's like, okay, I'm going to shoot somebody. Why would I? That was a sure shot. But anyway, but where that window was and where the Kennedy limo was way down here before the first shot took place. If you stood at that window and looked out, you'd see exactly what I'm talking about. That was the biggest question I had. outside of the magic bullet theory and whatnot. So anyway, there's been books and books and books written about that. Hello there, Facebook user. I guess that's Catherine. I'm not sure. And Brenda and I was on there somewhere. So if you're joining us, we're going to get in some remote viewing. And we had, I think, a lot of fun last week when we did this. And we thought, well, we'll try it again Friday night. Everybody's stuck at home, and it gives us something to do for sure. If you were not with us last week, just a quick overview of remote viewing. I'm going to select a target. The target I'm going to select will actually be a picture on my computer screen here. And I'll be staring at this picture, and each of you preferably will take a paper and a pen, and you can draw the shapes you see. You can make notes, description, whether it be colors or smells or whatever sensation you get. And what you're looking to do is to describe what you're seeing and feeling, not trying to identify it. You can say, it feels cold. I see a lot of white. Don't try to say, oh, it's cold and I'm sure that's snow. You see what I'm saying? So don't overly try to identify what you're seeing. And that's the way it works best. Now, last week, we kind of rushed through it. Usually they take their time a lot longer, but y'all let me know when you think you've done all the remote viewing on each picture that I'm staring at. Kevin, I'm going to depend on you clearly to be my eyes and ears for the chat room and whatnot when people are through. Otherwise, I'll never know because I'll be staring at the picture. I won't be in this, with you. So if everybody's ready, does everybody have? Is everybody ready? Has everybody got a pen and a piece of paper? Hello, everyone.
I got something to show right quick.
Go ahead.
I got something to show right.
Go ahead.
Ooh. This is a bird. This is a bird-eating tarantula from Thailand. I ordered it from Thailand. Look how big this thing is. Here's my hand. Can you imagine if this thing was loose in your house?
Do me a favor, would you? Do you still have do you still have the piranha?
Yeah.
Take the piranha and let it eat that spider. Is everybody okay? He's going. What? That's a tarantula.
Yeah, it's a bird-eating tarantula.
If you're ever lucky and fortunate enough to get invited to Kevin's residence, which is about to change in a week, just 1 week now. And
a week Wednesday.
His oddity museum got so big he had to get a bigger place to live. And I think that he's going to start either making people give him tips to go through his oddity house, or he's going to charge them an admission to help him pay for his house, pay his rent. So, all right.
Good
so anybody got any questions in regards to what we're going to do with remote viewing? Kevin's going to be watching the chat box over there. John, are you with us? John, would you like to come on live with us here as we do this? Get one more person up there. Let me see if John wants to join us before we get started. We're going to do a lot of remote viewing here, so hang in there, folks. Let me send John a link and see if he wants to come in. John, if you want to join us, I'm messaging you the link, and I'll get you in here, and you can join us live. There's your link right there. All right. So I don't need you to call. Don't call. He said, hold on, got a phone. Oh, somebody's got a phone call. All right, sorry. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my picture. I don't know. I've got these, they're numbered. So I don't have a clue until I pull it up what the picture is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and get that and start focusing on it. And we're going to see if John, you can see down below us there if John comes in, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know, because I'm going to be going over here and I'm going to go ahead and start looking. And I'm going to go right here. And let me see what I got. There we go. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one here. So I'm already looking at it. If anybody wants to get started, and we've got.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know because I'm going to be going over here, and I'm going to go ahead and start looking. Why am I got feedback here? Okay, Catherine, turn your.
I'm here, guys.
All right, look at that. She's black. She's total black. She's in the dark. She's turned into a Mormon.
Yeah, you can't see me. My camera's turned off.
Yes, I noticed. Okay. All right. We're not worried about you not having makeup on. Your hair's not done. Look at my hair. Jeez.
I look horrible.
All right. I don't know who's in the chat room with us. Is everybody ready? And I am already looking at the picture. I'm going to be over there. So y'all let me know what's going on. And y'all let me know when you think you've done all the remote viewing that you need to do for this photograph.
I'm ready when you are.
It's starting. You got to spend more time than that. Come on. So again, everybody that's out there, I'm looking at a picture. That's your target. And you're going to come up with whatever you come up with, not to identify it. Only descriptions. Could be colors, could be feel like a temperature or a smell, even anything like that. Descriptions, not identities. So don't say, "Oh, I saw a cat" or something like that. Just very brief descriptions. And usually these guys that do this are scribbling on several pieces of paper as they go through it. They're not just real quick coming up with something. This is not like a psychic doing mind reading. This is totally different. So don't confuse it with that. And they usually draw stuff out on several pieces of paper, make notes on several pieces of paper of everything they come up with. They don't limit it. Just everything that comes through, they're making a notation of it either by drawing a shape on a piece of paper or writing down a descriptive term. For those that were with us last week, the first photograph I looked at, gosh, I mean, especially Catherine and Kevin, they blew my mind with what they came up with. But interestingly enough, the more we did it, the less accurate. I think they were trying too hard. So don't try, just let it flow.
I let mine flow, but I guess for some reason I get worn out after a while. So I got some things here.
Okay, how's everybody else doing? Is anybody in the chat room doing this? And can you let Kevin know?
I haven't seen any other chats pop up since the phone call chat.
Catherine, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's start with you.
Okay. I saw something swirly like a lollipop.
Okay, you're when you say lollipop, you're okay. Go ahead.
Like it was swirly. I'm describing the swirly thing that I saw.
Okay.
For 4 different colors: red, yellow, blue, and green. And then I got a sweet and a sour taste in my mouth.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, hold on to that thought. And Kevin, what about you?
Well, I've got two colors, white and green, and the feeling of a breeze and the sound of a whistle, kind of like wind whistling.
All right, is anybody else online that's got anything they'd like to share? I guess whoever that was is still on the phone. All right, let me see here. Hold on, and I'm going to go ahead and share this picture with you guys, and you can give me your feedback individually. Where is this now?
There's still no chats coming up.
Yeah, somebody had to go to the phone there. We got all the time we want. There it is. Okay, I lost my picture there for a second. Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Catherine?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, Kevin's side, I mean, the green, the breeze. What else did you say? What else did you say?
I had white, which that building's got white on it. I guess that's a house. And
the
green.
White in the clouds and white sheep or goats. Sheep, I guess that is.
And then the breeze and the whistle.
That was my sinuses.
I think it was the breeze coming from the lake back there.
So you know that you, and again, if I want you to think about this picture after the fact, and I want you to think, if you take your time longer, and think of as you think terms of, like, there's almost a pyramid shape in that building. There is flat. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as you're going to descriptive terms, you could say some shape like a pyramid and flat. And, if you get a sense of an animal, you don't have to say what kind of animal, you say some kind of animal. You see what I'm saying? So each one of these steps is a learning process as we go through these experiments, if you get what I'm saying. Catherine, what do you say? What do you get out of it after your deal?
Well, the tree there on the left kind of looks like my swirly thing that I drew. The blue and the green grass, the sweet smell could have been sweet taste could have been the taste of the grass. I don't know where I came up with red and yellow, but red and yellow was in there.
Well, we don't know. And the interesting thing to think about, we don't know two things here. We don't know what's in that building. Okay. And if you're remote viewing, that would be something that you might tune into. There's also, looks like a little utility trailer there in that picture to me. I don't know if that looks like a utility trailer to you guys or not.
It looks like a hay trailer to me.
Yeah, some kind of trailer.
So, all right. So we're going to move on from that one. I want to take 1 second, and maybe we'll get some more to join us here as we go along. But there's quite a history with remote viewing. I covered a little bit of this. I shared on Abnormal Alabama page the document that where the CIA actually invested a lot of our taxpayer money into this. And they released this, I believe, in 2002. And this paper was actually dated 1995, but it was not approved for release, Freedom of Information Act, until May the 22nd of 2002. And going through it, and it's quite lengthy, so I'm not going to go through that. But operational evaluation, the second paragraph, I found let's see, it's the second paragraph. No, the first paragraph. It's interesting, and I'm just going to read a very short paragraph. It says the second component of the program involved the use of remote viewing in gathering intelligence information. Here, representatives of various intelligence groups, end users of intelligence information, presented targets to remote viewers who were asked to describe the target. Typically, the remote viewers describe the results of their experiences in written reports, which were forwarded to the end review users for evaluation, and if warranted, action was taken. So you see what that's saying there, and that's just a brief introduction. And I've shared that whole document on Abnormal Alabama if you're interested in this subject. And I just thought, with all this lockdown, with all this sheltering in place, what a perfect time to experiment with remote viewing, because it's like, well, I can't go anywhere, but wait a minute, I can go somewhere, right? So we're taking journeys around the world, and so why, if you guys are ready, and I know we don't have much in the way of viewership at the moment, that's fine, but we're going to continue on, and I am now looking at another picture. So again, take some lessons as you go through this. So I'm going to force y'all to take a little bit longer this time. Shapes, and you're doing good with the colors and smells, any of those kind of things that come to your mind. And I'm going to go back to the picture, and I'm going to So remember, guys, let this take you away from where you are. Sit back, relax, and as you focus on this target, the picture I'm looking at here, let your mind take you away from where you physically are and bring you into here where you can see what's on my screen here. And see if you can detect any shapes. You've already done colors real good. Any sensation with your senses at all, whether it be feel or touch or sound like you did a while ago. And just bring all that together and just allow yourself. It's kind of like a deep meditation. You guys feel like you got anything?
Yeah, I've got several things. I'm watching the chat here. Still no chats.
Okay, Catherine.
I've got a few things here.
All right, let's start with you then.
I got the color gray and green.
Gray and green.
Yeah, I'm feeling thunder. Almost a cascading type of shape. And then the other shape that I'm feeling is an umbrella type of shape, like the top of an umbrella.
Okay.
And of course, water with my thunder.
And oh, okay. All right. Anything else,
That's it.
Kevin?
Wow, now some of the things she said are kind of close to mine. I got the color gray. Also got white. Some kind of smokiness. There was some pointy shapes and something rolling. There was an outdoor smell, a little bit of a taste of mist, and a feeling of kind of being high up looking down at something.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all I got.
Well, let's see what we got here, guys. Let me see if I can find this picture and load it here again. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. I really think. You ready, guys, for the great
Yeah.
reveal?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Wow, we did good on that. There's my umbrella. You see that door?
Yeah.
yeah.
There's my umbrella shape. The rocks that
There's a bunch of gray. Both of you got gray.
I got gray and green, and I see my green, and I kept seeing the cascading thing. And if you'll look to the right of the screen there, the way the rocks are cascading.
Well,
right
what I was thinking about the cascading was there's those vines growing up the side of the castle there. It's cascading.
That's true.
Up, you know?
That's true. I don't see the water that I was feeling,
No.
but the
course,
grass is off green, not to have had any.
If we had a satellite view, that could be, you know, on the other side there. In a picture like this, you could almost imagine there's either a lake or some kind of river down in the valley somewhere from there.
I mean, there are clouds in the sky. It could be a storm coming.
Well, both of you, the first thing both of you said was gray. And I mean, the entire building's gray. Even the walkway is gray. A lot of gray in that picture. Of course, the thunder, I don't know. I mean, to the right, it's getting a little bit dark in the clouds there. Let's see. Okay, go ahead, Kevin. What do you feel now?
Yeah, I got the pointy shapes. There's those points up at the top there.
As more than one.
Yeah, pointy shapes. And the rolling kind of thing. I'm thinking it was those clouds. I kept saying cloud. I didn't want to say, but cloudy or smoky kind of thing.
Well, when you said rolling, I simply thought about the hill it was on there. There's a rolling hill.
Yeah, the rolling hill. I thought of that too as I was looking at this. And I don't know about the taste of mist. Maybe there's
Well, here's the thing.
rain.
When you think, and this is a picture, and I haven't tried to get you to identify where on the planet this is, but when you think of Ireland, which is where this picture is, you think of mist and castles, you think of mist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the descriptive term you're getting does not necessarily mean that that is in the picture itself. But if you think, you see what I'm saying? So if you gave those descriptions, you could come up with, oh, that could be a castle. You know what I'm saying?
And there's the feeling of being high up looking down.
Yep, absolutely. You could be at the top of the castle or just standing on the hill, either one.
The white was in the clouds, I guess. Gray in the building, white in the clouds.
Yep.
And the I said rolling.
Yeah. Okay, Kathy, talk to John. He can't get the link to work. It won't work. Let him know it will not work on a cell phone. But if he just wants to participate in chat, that'd be great. Can you do that, Catherine? Hello.
Did she fall asleep?
I think she is.
I've got my mic muted because my dog might bark.
That's fine, but get John and tell him that it won't work on a cell phone, but he can just go ahead and tell him to participate in the chat room, and would like his input and like him to do the remote viewing as well. Are y'all ready? Do you think that was good?
Yeah.
On that one.
Okay, I think that was better on that one than it was the previous one, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little better.
Are you ready to do another?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, this is not playing psychic. This is not psychic. Remote viewing and the descriptive terms you are using doesn't necessarily have to convey the exact image. It could convey the ambience of the location. It's like I said, when you said mist and those kind of words, and it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be in that picture, but it's like, oh, that could be like Ireland or England. You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Because you don't know where this is on the planet. You only know these sensations you're getting. That's why it's like, don't try to identify it. Just try to describe what you're coming up with. Okay, I am going into the next one. All right. And this is going to be a very interesting one. So I'm going to leave the room and let you guys do it as I focus on this picture. Starting now. John, if you're with us, you know how to do this, I think. So guys, on my end, I'm going to concentrate on this picture a lot harder and see if that helps you any at all.
Hello to John. Looks like we got him back on chat.
Okay, John, I am focused on a picture. Oh, that's John's. Okay, great. You may send you that link again, John, or do you have it still? See if it could work
It's on his wife's.
I don't know if it'll work on the
It's on
iPad,
the-
but let's try it. I'm going to send that to you again, John, real quick. And let's see. Try this again. If not, just participate from where you are. It's fine. You can kind of update him if you would, Kevin, of what's going on here.
We are trying another remote viewing. Kelsey has looked at a picture, and we're just relaxing our minds to see what imagery we can come up with, sensations, sound, taste, smell, color, shapes. You don't have to identify a certain object, but just, whatever comes to your mind as you relax and just kind of let it come to you. And don't try to overthink it. Just let it come to you. There's no stress here, no right or wrong. We'll just see kind of what we can come up with and how close we get to what he's looking at. It's better when you don't get let the sense of pressure come on you. Just
Yeah.
relax.
And I posted the document on Abnormal Alabama page. The CIA spent a lot of our taxpayer money trying to spy on Russia and other places with remote viewers. And I posted that document that is straight from the CIA that was released. If you want to look at that. I'm giving it a few more minutes. I don't see John in here yet, but we will continue on regardless. And we've still got a little over an hour.
Oh, wow. It's already 7:50. Wow.
I know time's going by quickly.
Yeah.
I needed this tonight.
I got several things jotted down myself.
Okay, while we're letting John play catch up, let's start with ladies first. Catherine, what you got?
Let Kevin go first this time.
She wants you to go first, Kevin.
Oh, you want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah, you go ahead and go, Kevin.
Okay. First shapes I saw were kind of curvy streaks or lines. And it felt like I was looking through something, maybe inside looking out, possibly. There were four colors or five colors popped in my head: green, then blue, and then orange, red, and brown. There was a rocking sensation, like a slow rock, smell of kind of an outdoor smell, like fresh cut grass, something like that. And then something furry.
Okay. Anything else? That it?
I got
That was it.
Okay. What do you got, Catherine?
I got a square or a rectangle, the color red, yellow, and blue. I got an upside down triangle, and I got a fence shape.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Did either one of you get any sensation of any sounds?
I didn't get sounds, but I didn't write this down. I did at one point briefly kind of saw a fence structure too. So it's interesting she said that.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My dog so I can tell.
You what?
My dog was barking, so I couldn't tell about the sound.
Oh, okay. All right. You want to go ahead and do a reveal, and we're going to do this reveal, and then we're going to take a break from this for a minute, and I want to talk about what we've done and how you feel that you're reacting to all this. But are you ready for the reveal? I guess John was in here too late. I don't even know if he's still in here with us. But okay, ready for the reveal, and I think we got a lesson to be learned here. But you ready?
Uh-huh.
And here's what I think the lesson to be learned with this is that the first pictures that we went through were all outdoors. And I think you letting your mind kind of feed off of that instead of refreshing and starting over again. Oh, John's with us. Let me add him in here. Okay. Any comments there?
Yes, I see my triangles. I see my square or rectangle in that window to the right. I see the color yellow. I see the color blue.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we got you, John.
Okay.
Okay.
And possibly the fence could have been
Hey,
The brick.
I got the coronavirus beard going on. Look at that.
See, you got to understand with me, John, Halloween's my favorite time of the year. So this gives me an opportunity to be Halloween every day. Okay.
That's good.
Catherine's on here, but she's that big black blob right there.
Yeah, she's the big black blob.
Yeah.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Of course, there's Kevin. So, John, we're going to take a little break away from this. They have been going at it relentlessly. They can't believe it's been an hour already. So the question I've got for you, John, is what do you know about remote viewing? Is this a subject you've been interested in?
Yes, I've heard a lot about remote viewing and all. Now, I've never done any experiment like that with myself or anything.
Okay.
But,
If
I've heard people.
the CIA spent a lot of our taxpayer money using remote viewing.
Yes, they do.
And the Freedom of Information Act finally in 2002 got some documents released May the 22nd of 2002. And I linked to that document on Abnormal Alabama. So when we get through, you can see exactly what they came up with. Now, so we're going to talk about what these guys got out of it. And then in a few minutes, we'll start again. And the way we're doing this, John, is I've got a series of pictures over here on my big screen. And I focus on those pictures. You guys do the remote viewing. And what I'm looking at is your target. Okay. And you don't try to identify what you're seeing. You're only given descriptive terms like I see green, I see round shapes, I see square shapes. You see what I'm saying? I smell something, I hear something, all your sensations, whatever that is. If you got a pen and a piece of paper, you can make notes. And we spend, if we did this in a more legitimate way, you would have an hour, but we're just doing it in a few minutes. Okay. And as we go through this, I just thought with all the lockdown and sheltering in place and whatnot, it's a perfect time to remote view.
Yeah.
So let's enjoy it.
We're all in this isolation period. I mean, it's just been really weird. On that end.
So let's start with Kevin. Kevin, after last Tuesday night and tonight, what do you feel you're doing right, and what do you feel you're doing wrong?
Oh, I'm always right. No.
And John thought that I was the only big-headed one.
Yeah. I thought you were the only one there, Kelsey.
Okay.
My analysis.
I'm wrong a lot, but the right thing is to just relax and let it come to you. And then I guess the wrong thing is once you go through these, I guess you have to pace yourself, because it's kind of like when coming from a sensitive point of view or empathic point of view, if you keep trying, like when we try to do readings, like I'll go from one item to another, after a while you get burned out. You got to stop and take a breath and relax your mind again. So I have to do that with this too. You have to, we said those first two might have influenced me on the third one. I kept getting the outdoorsy thing, but
I think what we got to do in between, we've got to kind of clear our minds. The first two images that I was focused on as the target were outdoor pictures. There may have been a building in it and that sort of thing, but then so the third picture was totally different. And in fact, when I showed them the picture, they kind of gasped.
Put some goofy guy up there eating sticks or something.
So here was the first picture. Okay, you see that?
During this isolation, I really think that you have to clear your mind. If you got your mind on a lot of things,
absolutely,
remote viewing will be a little more different.
So there's a second picture, and you see they're both outdoor shots, different scenes, but still different outdoor shots. And here was the third picture. So by the time we got to the third picture, they're still focused on outdoors. So I think
I got the brown and the inside looking out. He's kind of looking at the audience probably. There were a few things.
Okay. Now, Catherine.
I got
go ahead.
And that I got that triangle and that yellow. Put the picture back up. That yellow and in there, and there's, if you look to the right, there's something blue, and there's also a yellow wall in there. And I kept saying fence, but if you look at the way that the microphones are, it kind of reminds me of a fence.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we said fence and brown and
my God, blue. John, I like your ceiling fan.
It's a UFO.
I'm out of audio issues.
Oh, okay. And when you're talking there, John, make sure you don't there for a couple of times. I think you put your finger on the microphone, but of the iPad, you were coming in real clear. Then all of a sudden, I think you
Okay.
muted it with your finger. So be careful with that. All right. So before we get started, this is Abnormal Alabama. Believe it or not, we've been going for an hour already. It doesn't seem like that. We
Yeah.
opened up this hour. Kevin had talked about, I guess everybody's heard about the new Kennedy catastrophe up at Chesapeake Bay. The granddaughter of RFK drowned, and then the great grandson, who was just a child, also drowned. Last Tuesday, he brought this up, and we talked about, was it Chessie?
Yeah, Chessie.
Chesapeake
Bay.
Yeah, it's the Chesapeake Bay's version of Nessie. And
Okay.
so he had a little bit of theory on that. And then we got into the remote viewing. We started this last Tuesday night, and it was really a phenomenal experience. And I don't know if you got to witness any of that or not, but we thought it'd be fun to do while we're sitting at home. And, not all of us get into the Tiger King. So we thought we'd do something other than watch that guy that's doing 22 years for murder for hire. So we started this. So as we get in and start this again, first of all, myhaunteddogs.com, Kevin Kane, and he needs 15 more subscribers on YouTube. John, help us out with subscribers. There are others over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I could help him out in that department.
Yeah, me too.
I know how it is.
Not just him, me too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can help you out with that, Kelsey. I'm sure there could be a pay cut in that.
I will autograph one of my books and give it to you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I want to buy one of your books. Just, with everything that's going on right now, I'll have to talk with my wife, but I told her I wanted to buy some of your books.
Well, I got some that are listed on lulu.com, LULU.com, and some that are on Amazon.com, and some are on both places. Okay. And I share those on Facebook quite a bit. Kevin is myhaunteddogs.com. I'm abnormalalabama.com, Abnormal Alabama on Facebook, and Abnormal Alabama on YouTube. All right. And Kevin on YouTube, he needs 15 more subscribers. I need about 1,500 more subscribers. But John, now, while you're here, tell us about your podcast and what you do so we can help you out too.
Actually, my group is the Phenomenon Seekers.
I'm having some.
And
you what?
Yeah, I know. I think it might be her iPad. This thing is like extremely slow. I'm going to try to see if I can actually do it on my cell phone, because the last time
this will not. Yeah, this particular one will not work on your cell phone. That's what I found.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're doing fine for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody disappear on me.
Okay, it's fine over here. Right?
Yeah, but like I said, like on our podcasting, I mean, we cover about anything as far as Bigfoot, cryptids, strange phenomenon, and I kind of wanted to start here in Alabama and then eventually branch out.
So
afterwards,
where do they find you, John?
They'll find us on our Phenomenon Seeker page. We have one on YouTube.
Okay.
And we also, you can look up Jason, but he's calling himself J Seeker right now.
That's good.
So you can look up J Seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could look up on that, get a hold of us. But our main page is on YouTube.
Okay.
Right now.
And if anybody don't catch all that, if they just want to message me on Facebook, I'll link you to John and he can make sure you follow him. So there's the self-promotion up there, guys. It's 8:05. Now, guys, I want everybody to clear their mind. Don't think about outdoors. Don't think about indoors. Don't think about anything. find your Zen moment.
Okay.
And clear your mind. You want to ground yourself right now. Now you're sitting there. I can't see what Catherine's doing. She could be upside down. I don't know. You're familiar with your chakras, I assume. Hello? Uh-oh. He went into infinity there.
Okay. There I am.
Okay.
Oh.
So I want you to imagine a rope anchoring you down to the center of the earth. And I want you to totally clear your mind. You're totally grounded. You're totally connected to the earth in a very real way. You are part of this planet. You're not just sitting on the planet. You are actually part of this planet. It's all energy, and everything around us is connected. And so when I pull up this next picture, I'm going to be staring at it very closely. Okay. You're going to target that picture. Okay. The senses, just like Kevin brought out earlier, it doesn't matter. Don't try to identify, just describe. If you feel like it's a round shape, that round shape could be anything from a rolling hill to a dome on a building to my bald head. Okay. So, if you get a smell or a feeling, it could be a texture, anything like that. I don't know. Okay. Either you have a good memory or have some paper to write these things down on. When we get through it, I'm going to give you minutes. Now, if we did this in a more legitimate fashion, you'd spend an hour in this Zen moment coming up with whatever you come up with. But we're only doing this several pictures. It's an exercise, so we get experience with it. Nobody walks in and does it. There's no right and there's no wrong. Okay, it's just an exercise. It's not psychic reading. You're not trying to read my mind or anybody's mind. You're trying to target and focus on a targeted area. It's that simple. Okay. So, given that, I'm going to go and I'm going to pull up, and I don't have the pictures. What I've got is numbers. I clicked on, and the number puts up a picture, so I don't even know what the next picture is going to be. So I'm going to go. Okay. And I am going to pick a number. And when I do this, I'm going to take myself out of the room, and I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to depend on all of y'all to decide when you're ready for the reveal. Okay? So we'll begin now. So just ground yourself, clear your mind. Kevin, don't think about outdoors, indoors. Just start over. Okay. So this is brand new target. And I'm going to leave the room, and I'll be focused on this target here.
All right.
The number one issue is to not get infected. The number two issue is to figure out ways of slowing that infection down so less people get that ill. And you get back to the earlier question about what we do about this when we come out of this in May. The older members of society who have comorbidities, and that's what almost all the deaths are. They really have to be especially cautious about what they're doing and where they get infected for probably a year. We can't take our eyes off that ball. That one really hurts.
Wow. Last question for me. The Surgeon General said earlier today we're going to test about 1 in 150 Americans. He said we're not going to test all 330 million Americans. I'm certainly aware of that. Dr. Fauci was also asked.
John, I'm going to bother you a second.
Is that the way we're going in America? Is to carry a community card that says you no longer have it or you will not get it, Doc?
Okay.
John, is there any way you can mute the TV or whatever's in the background, or mute your microphone until we get ready?
I'll mute it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I've got some things written down.
All right, Catherine, how are you?
Hmm.
Hello,
Yeah,
Catherine?
and she disappeared.
Yeah, back.
Okay, John, you come up with anything?
Can I say more than one number?
Oh, it's not a number. You say whatever you came up with, a list of things. Usually, John, if we did this in a very legitimate fashion, you'd spend an hour or two coming up with shapes and sizes and colors and odors and all kind of stuff. So we're just kind of doing it kind of rapid, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, there she is.
Yeah.
Catherine. Earth to Catherine.
I'm here. Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I came up with the letter L and either an N or an upside down U and a bunch of faces.
Anything else?
That is it.
All right, John.
I was getting thoughts in my head.
That's fine. Remember, John, this is not a test. There's no
something. Yeah, I seen something like red. Red was coming into when I had my eyes closed.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then 55.
The number what?
What that means?
What was the number?
I don't know. There was one image coming through.
You said the number 50?
Yeah, 55.
Oh, 55. Okay. Anything else? Any shapes? Anything like that? Don't overthink it. Just whatever pops in your head.
It was weird because I had this taste of.
Okay.
What that is.
All right. And you're not supposed to know yet.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, John? And like I said, this is your first time. Go ahead.
I was seeing black. So I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Square.
All right, Kevin. A square?
I think
okay, Kevin.
But I think
that's
actually kind of got another number.
Okay.
It was weird. It was like 77 was coming up in my head too.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see what Kevin got.
I got blue and yellow. There was an octagonal shape and then small squares. There was a squeaking sound and the smell of something burning.
Anything
else?
That's
it.
Nothing else?
That's all.
Okay, are we ready for the reveal?
Yeah.
I think your iPad's gonna die.
Okay. So Catherine, I'm going to reveal this, and I want you to go first. Okay. You ready? Earth to Catherine.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
And I'll tell you, the first thing I see is the upside down U.
The upside down U. I'm looking for the L shape. Maybe possibly the gates. And there's that head. I kept seeing a face, and there's the face.
Face right there. When I first saw that head, of course, I'm looking at it, and my mind is thinking alien.
Wow, I was almost right on that one.
What about you, Kevin?
See the yellow and the small squares, and I'd be willing to bet the squeaking sound would be those doors or gates right there
Yeah.
if you or closed them. I don't know about the other stuff, but that was pretty close.
Okay. I think John's iPad went dead.
Yeah,
That was his first run, and I think he was a little bit distracted from the iPad issue too.
yeah.
And it takes a while to get a feel for what's going on here, but I was really impressed. Well, both of you, but as soon as Catherine said upside down U, it's like, whoa, wow, look at that. you know, and she's the one that got that. She said faces, but that's a large face up there for sure. So, all right, now, Catherine, I'll start with you. What do you feel about this now in the second hour and going through this process? Tell me your feelings about what you're doing. Are you learning to get more comfortable with what you're doing?
Yes, a little bit. I find that the less attention I pay, the better I'm doing at it.
So just relax more.
Right.
Okay. Kevin, any thoughts about where you are with it?
No different than what I said earlier. I just don't think about it and let it come to you.
So in these experiments, Kevin, what's your overall feeling now after doing this Tuesday and doing this tonight? What's your overall feeling? What do you walk away with when you think of remote viewing? Do you think there's anything credible to it?
Yeah, I think there's definitely something to it, and it looks like my head's almost merged with yours over there.
But,
not distracted.
I think Kevin, you've been locked
over there straight.
You've been locked up too long.
I think it's definitely something. I mean, there's something to it. There's all kinds of things the mind can probably do that we don't know about and maybe never know about. So, I think there's something to being able to, get in tune with somebody else's thought.
I got tired of your head work.
Empaths can pick up on things from people as far as feelings and things. So why not be able to pick up on a thought, or
yeah. Well, it's different than empath and whatnot, because you're using in this, you're feeding from all your senses, and it's not an individual that you're focused on, it's a target. So it comes out different because you're not reading somebody's mind, you're trying to funnel in, and it's like you let your mind focus on a target that you don't even know where this target is. What about you, Catherine? Where do you stand with remote viewing at this point after all these experiments?
I really believe that I need more study in it, and but I believe it can be done.
Okay. So both of you got a positive on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am going to, do we want to keep doing this for a few more minutes?
Okay.
It's up to you guys. Do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more.
Okay.
It's 8:22.
Well, an hour and a half's gone by pretty good, hasn't it? John, we're sorry that we lost you, but next time have your iPad charged. And you can still participate from the chat room.
Yeah. Don't be changing pictures and tricking us now. We never know what you're up to over there.
Okay. So I am now going to focus on another picture. I'm focused on it. I'm going to leave the room and let you guys do your thing, and I'll wait on you guys to let me know when you're ready for the reveal and to talk about it. Okay? Guys, I'm not going to tell y'all when to stop. Y'all just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
John's back. I'm ready.
Sorry about that. My iPad went.
Were you able to participate this time? John?
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Okay, let's start with Catherine. What did you come up
yeah,
with?
my iPad.
Okay, that's fine. What did you come up with, Catherine?
I got green, brown, and gray. I got musty smell and almost like a foggy type scenario. Maybe smoky, foggy.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, and a rectangle. And that's it.
All right. Kevin?
All right. I got a bunch of round things, either circular or just round objects. I got the color orange. Something, about a clustered together, and then there was a rubbing sound. And that was
Okay.
it.
All right. And John, you didn't participate because you had an iPad problem, I guess.
I know I didn't participate, but I was feeling some weird stuff over here. Whatever you guys were doing when I came back on.
Describe your feelings.
I seen trees. I seen water. Seen a bridge. I smelt salty air. Then I saw an airplane. Then cloud, park benches, and I smelled a sewer. Like sewer smell with that. It was weird.
Well, all right.
It might have been Kelsey.
Yeah, I didn't take a bath. All right, I will do a reveal.
I must be on a ship or something.
I think John was on another side of the planet from where the rest of us were.
Yeah,
so you guys ready? You ready for the reveal? Are we ready? Okay. Now, Catherine, turn on your mic, Catherine. I'm not going to reveal this to you.
Yes.
I want you to look very closely at the picture. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Catherine,
Okay.
she hit it better than any of you did. I give John a break because he wasn't really with us all the time. But Catherine said green, brown, gray, musty. That looks like a musty old building right there. The only thing that kind of did not fit was foggy. Clearly, it's a rectangle-shaped building. The only thing that I could say, and I'll let Kevin expound upon what he saw, the thatched roof could be kind of sort of round, I guess, but the thatched roof could certainly be a cluster. I don't know.
Yeah, cluster.
I think that he keeps seeing orange in all these pictures because he's a closeted Auburn fan.
That's the first time I said orange tonight. Roll Tide.
What do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean the cluster. They get the straw cluster there. The big, definitely cluster of bricks there. I feel like something was clustered up. I don't know about the rubbing sound. That could be the maybe if there's wind blowing, there's the rubbing or rustling of the hay there on the roof. And the circular and round. I don't know about the orange. That could be. Well, it's not really orange. It's more of a gold color, I guess. But I don't know.
Catherine, what do you think?
I think it's almost exactly what I saw.
And remember, and take away from this again, you're getting better at using, instead of trying to identify, using descriptive terms. In other words, instead of saying "I see a bird," you So don't try to identify. You're only giving descriptions. A
Well,
description would be
is when I said rectangle, the way I drew the rectangle is kind of how the building's jutted out, like it's the way it's thin on this end, and you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
The way I actually drew it out when I drew it. I think the less I kind of pay attention,
Yeah, this audio is all breaking up.
is it
the
right?
more I pay attention.
Oh, John, next time maybe we'll have that straight. Okay, so overall feeling now we've done this 2 different nights, and I'll start with you, Catherine. Overall feeling, and we're brand new at this. None of us have any great experience. Is this something you'd like to pursue? Number one.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy this.
And what do you overall feeling? This is the last one we're going to do tonight.
I feel like that it's something. It's interesting because you don't know what you're looking at, and I guess my foggy thing is probably from your brain.
It probably is. I'm foggy brain.
But it's just really weird how, like the other night when we did it, Kevin and I were right on top of it. I mean, even to me smelling the smoke on that fire picture you did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the other night, the longer we went, the tireder I got and the tireder Kevin got. But I think tonight, the longer we've gone, the more we've got. We've hit it right on.
Well, Tuesday night, the very first one you guys did, bam, y'all just phenomenal in your descriptive terms. And it kind of digressed from there. Number one, I want to emphasize this again. If we did this by the book, we'd be spending over an hour just on one target, on one picture. We're only spending a few minutes. Okay. So this is a learning curve, and it's a new experiment. And one more time, Kevin, where do you stand with all this? How do you feel? Are you motivated with it any?
I think Kelsey's messing with our minds now.
Yeah, he's messing with it.
I think it's. So I was thinking about the
tricks on us.
Yeah.
As I kept looking at the building there at the end, when I thought about the cluster of circular, I mean, some of the, the way the building was structured with all those brick or rock, but they were kind of circular and clustered. So, but yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, it definitely interests me. I think there's something to it, and I like kind of just sitting back and whatever comes to you, just write it down and don't try to think on it or
right.
I kind of like that. You're not really using your brain. You're just letting stuff kind of come write it down, whether it's a hit or a miss or in between. It's kind of fun to.
So is this something
let it happen?
Is this something you'd like to pursue some more?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Okay. What about you, John? You're kind of just joined us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm having definite audio issues on this iPad. I wish it was on a different. We had a different format. All I have is iPad. I don't know if you guys can really hear me.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of issues trying to hear what you're saying.
Okay.
So.
Keep this in mind, John. Last week we had.
I would love to pursue this.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? I don't think he can hear me. I'll send you a message later. I'll send you a message later.
Okay.
All right.
Say hello to Ashley Harris.
Yeah.
She just came on.
Ashley.
Right now I'm trying to get my computer up and running. This will eventually change. I just think there's something wrong with it.
It's all cool. You can participate. Ashley participated. You can participate just by being in the chat room. You don't have to be in here with us. You could be just in the chat box on Facebook or YouTube, and you can just give your feedback there. Okay. So if you can hear better on your phone and just not participate video wise, last week we had people join us just in the chat.
Yeah, that were just chatting in.
Yeah. So that's an option.
Okay.
Because unfortunately for you, I like this platform for various reasons. None of them are perfect. The downside of this is right now it does not work on your cell phone. So I don't know if that changed in the future or not. So Ashley she's on Facebook and she said that she loves this. She's calling it a game. So Ashley on the on Facebook where you are, I believe, I posted the link to the CIA document that was released of May the 22nd of 2002.
You sound like something off a Japanese movie.
So anyway, you can find the document link there. And Kevin needs 15 more subscribers on his YouTube channel, My Haunted Dolls. And his go to YouTube, My Haunted Dolls, Kevin Kane, Cain. And also you can follow him on Facebook. And then, of course, Abnormal Alabama Facebook, abnormalalabama.com, Abnormal Alabama on YouTube. And as time allows,
just message me all the info because I really am having problems hearing you.
I will, John. That's cool. We'll catch up. Catherine, you got any last words before you're executed?
I just want everybody to know I missed you guys.
You, Catherine, Kevin.
And even though you don't see me on Tuesday nights, I am still here. And I may join like this on Tuesday nights next week without the camera because I don't have a camera on this computer. But I look horrible. That's the reason I don't want to see me.
Kevin, go to, are you friends with Ashley?
I think so. Yeah, I think we friended recently.
Pardon me. She's having a hard time subscribing to your channel. So maybe you can help her out.
Okay.
She just messaged that. So communicate with her and see what you can do to help her out. That's be helping you out too. We will be back Tuesday night. I don't think we're going to do anything the following weekend because Mr. Kevin is going to be moving next weekend. So he probably will not be available. So we'll be, you be here with us Tuesday night, Kevin?
Yeah, Tuesday night, and then for a little while there, next weekend, and that whole week is going to be the move, and I'm going to be helping my dad, so it's going to be real busy that week of the 20th.
Okay.
I'll probably be for a little while there.
Support us, guys. I've got books. Kevin's got books. Both of us have books on Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon and in their search engine, type in our names, and our books will pop up. And also, I've got books at lulu.com, lulu.com. Now, Sunday, this is Good Friday, and I think we know what that's all about. I've been asked to do a Sunday little sermonette on Easter, which I'm going to do about 10 o'clock in the morning on my regular Facebook page. And it's going to be very much Bible-based view of Easter and what it's all about. You join me if you care to. Whatever you feel like. It's not. I don't do a preachy type thing with it. I'm just sharing the story. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, John. I'm going to say good night to you. Unfortunately, he's got some connection issues there. So 10 o'clock Sunday morning. If you want to participate in a Bible, 100% no guesswork, Bible-based view of Easter and Good Friday too. We're going to go through that whole story. In fact, we're going to talk about I don't know if Kevin's aware of this or not, but about the zombies of Easter.
Ooh.
Are you familiar with the zombies of Easter?
You talk about when Christ was crucified, when his spirit left, the dead walked and
Came
tore
up
and
from
all.
the graves. Yep. There you go. Ashley, that's going to be Sunday morning, I'm sorry, at 10 o'clock. Tuesday night, we'll be back here, 7 o'clock. Ashley, that's 8 o'clock your time. We'll do some more remote viewing, and I'm sure Kevin will have some interesting stuff dug up that he'll want to share with us on top of that. So we kind of split it up. I think some people get pretty exhausted when we go through this routine. And so we kind of split it up and have 2 hours of fun. Next weekend, we'll not do anything. Kevin's moving, and I'll be back next Tuesday night. Hopefully Kevin will join me. If not, I'll still do something next Tuesday. A week.
I'll be here. Yeah. Oh, okay.
The week of Tuesday. If you can drop in, that'd be great, Kevin. So I really enjoyed this, guys. We're gonna call it quits for tonight. And
All right.
again, my books are at lulu.com. I post them all over social media, so you should be able to find them. Kevin needs to kind of step up his game and get his books out on social media more.
Hey,
if you want to sell, when Kevin gets in his new house, it's a lot bigger. It's a lot of acres. He's got room for a lot of parking. And I think it's about $20 a ticket to go through, and he'll give you a personal tour of his oddities house. It's haunted dolls. And you have to make an appointment. You can't just drop in on it. So,
yeah, because my dad living there, so I don't want to freak him out.
Well, his dad is got a gun, so be careful. All right, Catherine, any words from you before we say good night?
Happy Easter, everyone, and I look forward to your show on Sunday morning. Kevin, I look forward to seeing you again on Tuesday, and you, Dr. Graham, on Tuesday, and have a wonderful, safe weekend, and be sure to wear your mask and your gloves.
Anything else, Mr. Kevin Kane?
That's all. Happy Easter, and
We'll
see y'all next time.
Wait a minute. Show them your book one more time. Come on.
Mike as well. Here, there's the Legend of Indian Narrows, available on paperback and also on Audible, narrated by me, yours truly. This tells the stories of the haunted neighborhood I grew up in and the haunted house I lived in. It's on Audible and it's on paperback and Kindle. You can get an autographed copy at myhauntedDolls.com or go to Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes & Noble. And same with this one, Crimson the Blood Painting, a novel based on an actual haunted painting that I own.
And if you take the
that once hung in the house of the practicing witch.
If you take the $50 tour of his new house, he'll show you the painting, and you can get a selfie with the painting of what that book is about.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's the $50
and this is also
tour.
and this is also on Audible, narrated by Lynn Thomas. So you can find the Audibles are on on iTunes and Amazon and Audible, the audio books. So check those out. MyHauntedDolls.com. I've got all my books out there, and they're on Kindle as well.
There you go. My book, I've got a bunch of books, but Dating the Dead, this is a journey delving into the stories of the humans' interaction with dead and our fascination with death. There's a name for it. In some instances, it's called spectrophilia. Good little book here. True stories, no imagination. This is not a book of fiction. I can't vouch for the people that told the stories, but I share their stories in this book. I'm doing a follow-up on this book that's going to be very interesting, but you got to get this book before you'll get the other one. So there you go, Dating the Dead. All right, that's it. Thanks, Ashley, for showing up. Better late than never. Remember, if you're interested in hearing what we're going to talk about Sunday morning, that's great. It's not going to be a churchy sermon type thing. It's simply a going over Easter weekend, Good Friday. The story is told in the Bible I'm not even going to get into whether the story is true or not. We're just going to relate the story, and we're going to look at what is biblically based versus what is traditionally based, and that's kind of it. And then Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and we'll be back to do some more of this fun stuff here. So I'm going to say good night.
Good night.
Good night.